Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, Deborah. Good evening, Estee. Good evening, Emma. Yep. Good evening, Blessing. Good evening, Quadri. Good evening, Mohammed. Good evening, Apolloa. Good evening, Web Media. Hi, Web Media. Okay. Good evening, Deborah. Good evening, everyone. All right. Good evening. Good evening. So, if you have questions, about this week's task, some things you don't understand, before I even go forward, let me just ask, how is it? How has the task been? Someone saying, can I go through? Can I go through alerts and notifications? All right. That's fine. Okay. So, but how's the task been? Have you been working on the task? What's the progress? Have you been moving forward? Is there any problems you are facing? Um, how is the task in general? Please, can you explain on midweek task? Midweek task. Do you mean So you mean the library task, right? When you say me do task, like just explain like library task or star guide task. Tell me exactly what you want me to explain. And please talk on typography and spacing in typography. We did typography and spacing yesterday, and we really did a lot on typography and spacing yesterday. So if you watched product design office hours we got yesterday, if you watch the video, you would see we really worked on typography yesterday. Then everybody think typography and spacing. This is serious. Can I go through buttons? You've been enjoying your task. All right, okay. I don't understand spacing. I watched the video and I think this is what you're doing your assignment. Can you explain a lot on education? Wow. All right, so I'm just going to get into it and I'm going to take it one step at a time. Okay, the library task. Okay, all right, I'm going to explain that later. I'm just going to take it one step at a time so that we can have a lot to cover. So I'm just going to get straight into it. So what we did yesterday with the typography. So is everybody listen closely, listen carefully, please put your mind to this. Then I was supposed to submit the star guide for our library website. No, you're just supposed to do your library website. You're just supposed to do your library website. All right, so let me just do, I'm just going to do typography. I'm going to do one type, like just, I don't know, when you tell me you don't understand typography, Seth, I'm trying to understand what exactly is it that you don't understand. Is it that you don't understand how to create styles, or you don't understand how you're supposed to do it? Because yesterday I showed everyone, I said, this is my typography, this is my font, my typography style, this is all my styles. So you just have to find a way of arranging it. You are designers now. You need to know that, okay, when you create things, you need to arrange them, maybe from biggest to the smallest, something like that. You have to do that. Then I will just show how to create the style for typography. So we stopped at header 3, which was 40 pixels. I'm going to create header 2. So header 2 will be 48 pixels. I'm just going to change this to header 2. So please follow closely. Then 48 pixels. Then after this, I'm going to just create this, duplicate this, change it to 48. 48 pixels. This is bold. Let's start from the smallest one. I'm going to start from regular. So this is header 2 regular. Header 2 regular. And is header 2 regular. I'm going to duplicate it. This header 2 it should be medium. We should make this medium. So I'm going to make this medium. So this is header 2 medium. All right, we come to the sidebar here to change this to header 2 medium. I might be writing it automatically header 2 medium, so you don't have to change it. But if you are duplicating text, you might have to. This one is header 2 semi-bold. So I'm going to change this place to semi-bold. All right. Semi-bold. Then the last one is going to be bold. So I'm going to duplicate it, change this place to bold. All right, I'm just going to select everything. Selecting everything. This place, let me change this to bold here. So I'm going to change it. Let me change it to bold on the layers panel. On the layers panel, by this, I'm going to change to bold. All right, so this is on bold now. Now I select everything all together, and I create styles automatically. I just create styles from there. So to create styles, we'll be using a plugin called Styler. So if you click on this resource icon here, click on plugins, then type Styler. You will see it like this. Click on it, then run it. When you click on run, it will say extract style, generate style, apply style, blah blah blah, different other ones. You click on generate style. So once you click on generate styles, it generates this style. You can see it down here, it generated the styles. So these are all styles now. If I click on this, I see the styles has been created. If I go to, so we have it we're using to, if I go to this, here and I click on that two, I'll look for that two here. I click on it, it's going to become big. It's going to become big. If I go to look for body bold or body medium, it's going to become very small. So you see, that's how it works, typography. Then I should differentiate typography, typefaces, and fonts. Typefaces and fonts are almost the same thing. They're like what you can interchange with each other. So fonts are like typefaces are like say you have a font now, and you have a typeface could be bold, a typeface could be semi-bold, a typeface could be medium, a typeface could be regular. Those are typefaces. And a typeface could be script. Like a font could have script. Okay, so like if I have a font now, there's this font. Let me just try to do this. So just look closely, please. I'm explaining. I don't want to like explain over and over again. So I'm going to click a font called Fira. So Fira, I have Fira code. If I click on this is Fira code, this is a typeface. Then there's Fira San. There's Fira Mono. Come on, country. Come on. All right. So there's Fira Mono. Then after Fira Mono, there's Fira San. Then after Fira San, there's Fira San condensed. This is condensed. And there's Fira San extra condensed. All of these, they may look the same way, but they are different. These are all typefaces. So these fonts will actually have different typefaces, like different typefaces. You see, these are all the same font. This is Fira San extra condensed. This is Fira San condensed. This is Fira San. This is Fira Mono, and this is Fira code. So they will definitely look like they belong to the same font family, but then the typefaces, the way they look like is different. So that's that. Then there's typography. Typography is just like saying iconography. Iconography is like the use of icons and the use of icons. So typography is type of font and the use of type of fonts. Type is like another word for font. So if someone asks, okay, what type are you using? They are simply asking you what font are you using. So that's just the difference. And somebody says, if you don't have typography, you are unable to generate text styles using style. How do I generate my text styles? Or do I create styles one by one? Okay, so if you want to create the styles, click on it and run the styler. It's going to create it for you. Make sure if you have it in a frame, if you frame everything, say I have all of this in a frame now, and I click on the frame, it's not going to work because I'm clicking on the frame. You have to make sure everything inside the frame is selected, like whatever you want to turn into self-selected. So that's how that works. All right, then somebody else says, can we use any text style for the language text? Sure, yes, you can use. How do you get your text style? That's strange. That's a very strange question. Salome, Chinaza, if you can expand on your question, please. Your question. All right. Then photography, are we starting with multiples of 4, 8, 12? But when it gets back to change it to multiple of 8, right? Well, if you are the one that is designing, so what do you want to use? If you want to use 4, 8, 12, you can. If you want to use 8, 12, 8, 16, 32, 24, you can actually use it. Depends on you. So just do what you think you need. If you feel you will not need 24, then don't put 24. If you feel you will not need 40, then don't put 40. Just put what you need. But then for the case of your assignment, you just have to show the most important ones. Then sometimes how do I use my style guide for my mini project? That's a very tricky one. You can actually copy the whole style guide and copy it to the file of the mini project and maybe make them styles again because they may have actually been removed as styles. You just have to make them styles again. Then Marvelous says, when I try to place an icon in a button, after copying and pasting, it doesn't enter the frame. What could I be doing wrong? Okay, for buttons, maybe technical, not really technical. So if you create your button with auto layout, this is what you need to do. I created it on the other day with auto layout. So I created this button. I want to bring an icon into it. So let me just get my icon. So let's say I have this Snapchat icon that I want to bring in. All right, so all right, maybe not Snapchat. All right, any icon. All right, so if I want to bring this icon inside this button, I just drag it and drop it. Obviously, it will enter automatically. So if your own is not entering, then something is wrong somewhere. You just drag and drop it inside. Unless if you made it a component, so what you could be doing that could be wrong is you've made this a component already. Then after making this a component, now you've copied your component and your component is somewhere else. You've copied your component, you're using your component somewhere else. I'm not trying to put this inside this place. It's not going to enter. No matter how you try, it's not going to enter. Like it's not going to enter. It's just going to be there. If I move this around, it's not entering. The problem is that when you create a component, you take the variant of that component and you're using it somewhere else. To allow the icon to show, you have to take it back inside the main one. This inside this main one now, it's going to show here. It's showing. If I hide it in the main one, it's going to hide in that one. If I show it here, it's going to be showing. So it just depends. It depends on what you are doing, what you're working in. So you have to know exactly what you're doing, what you're going for before you start doing it. I hope that answers your question. All right. So someone says, how can I make color shades or color types? Most of these questions can be answered in like many live classes. Say this is the color type I just generated from not long ago. So let me see. Do we need to group the text before generating the text styles? No, don't group them. First generate the styles, then group them together. Simple. Generate it first, then group them together later. Then how can I make color shades or color type? Something called color type. You can only make different color, what you call color style. What you need to do is find what color you want. You can easily just choose any color now. All right, I'm choosing this color. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to right click. I'm going to run my plugin. I'm going to run the plugin called Tints and Shades. Tints and Shades. Once I run Tints and Shades, I'm going to generate style, generate color rather. And I generate the color C is already giving me the Tints and Shades. What I just do is auto layout this. Once I auto layout it, it's going to align everything together like this. So I see that these two that they are the same color. So I delete one out of them. Come on, take me back. Right, so I delete one out of them because they are the same color. I delete one out of them. Now I select everything, select the colors, like the rectangle. I rename them by clicking on Ctrl R. Then I change the name to anything. I could actually call this purple hibiscus. Hibiscus. Then I put a number 01, 02, 03, but I don't want it to be 01, zero to be at the back. I put back it and I put 0. So this becomes purple hibiscus 10, 20, 20. I prefer it that way. And I rename it. So everything has been renamed here. So while having everything renamed, I just run styler. Again, run styler. Then I say run. I say generate styles. Generate styles. It generates styles for me. When I click on any of these, it shows the generated styles. So now I can now take this, and then I can take this out to different places and then maybe rearrange it however I want. So just like I rearranged it, yeah, something like this. So you arrange it will look good, presentable, and all. All right, so somebody else says, someone says, is that button system? Is it primary or secondary or over and the likes? Just primary, just follow what Chandan did. I think Chandan explained this very well. So good said, explain very well. Then you have to have your button states like primary button, secondary button, subtle button, text button. Yeah. So your button, different button, like different button states. This is the say this primary button, secondary button, yes. But primary button could also have something like this. Say yes, I showed it here now. I don't know. Office hours are very important. All right, is it here? It is here. All right, so let me just show you. All right. So this is the primary button. Could actually have this. This is the button. This is for over and the likes. This is for over and the likes. This is my normal primary button. And this primary button could actually have another button, say, what was it? Let me just make this a component on its own. So yeah, and this could be like my, so yeah, what do I call it now? Let's say outline. So this button will be outlined. What I just need is I need this color. What is this color now? Let me just hide this color, control C. I'm going to just a stroke. Why is my stroke not showing? What's wrong? Something's wrong. Oh, okay. Data. Interesting. So because of alright, so that one works. Alright, so when I bring this out, let me first the chat. Then make it a component, and make it a I set primary button, then I just write something like this. So you'd see very well. This primary button, this is what, let's see outline. Outline. Then I create this and I add a new one again. Add a new one. So this is outline, right? So outline, I put a stroke, then I put this on the stroke, Control V. Then I remove this one. So this is my stroke, this is my outline button. Then this one could be say there's a name for it. Let me see if I can remember the name for it. There's a name for it. I'm just going to call it subtle button. So I'm going to call it subtle button. So this is what it will look like. Okay. Look something like this. Having a little shape, not exactly this, but just with a little bit of off shade. So something like this. So I call it subtle button. So when I click on this, I will rename it as subtle. There's a new material UI calls it. I can't really remember. And this one is going to be the go to button. So let me just put go. It's also called text button. All right. It's just going to be something like this. I'm going to remove this. All right, so this is the button. If I expand this now, I could have them different names. I'll call this all right, so I'll call this primary button. Then I could actually say this is what outline. Or this could actually let me just put and then put as primary. This is the outline of the primary button. And this is the say subtle, something like that. You can follow what and then name them as. Then this will be text. All right. All right. So I could actually have something like this. I could have something like this. And this button now, this primary button now has different states. These are the states. So this is the default state. So we could have something like this. Default over press table. All right, so we could have this. So we could just have all of this like let me just move it. All right, so you see. So there's primary button, outline primary button, source primary button, text primary button. Then primary button could actually have different states. So this will be first state, over state, press state, disable state. And I could have actually have my secondary button. Sorry. My secondary button could be an entirely different color altogether. This could be my secondary button. This could be my secondary button. Also do the same thing. This could be my then button test. Alright, so this is my secondary button. So depends on you, depends on you want to make something like that. You not see very clearly. Let me just try to change the color so you can see clearly. All right, something like that. So there you have it. All right, so moving on. Sorry about the audio. All right, so you're asking you're asking two different questions: a stroke or drop shadow to the second button you create, and why. Which one are you asking about? Are you asking if you should add a stroke, or you're asking if you should add a drop shadow? Because you can't add drop shadow to what you add a stroke to. Like the second button, if this is just the second button you're referring to, you can't, you already have a stroke, so you can't add a drop shadow to it. So I don't really understand what you're trying to ask. But then people add drop shadows to buttons to create elevation. So you could actually just add, but right now I wouldn't really say you should with much with drop shadows, because you may not really get it, you may not really get the whole concept of it. So it could actually be very tricky for you. So depends. So people add drop shadow just to make things look nicer. So it just depends on your button. You don't really have to, but then depends. So, and if you don't really understand it, I don't really advise you doing it. So, for you. All right, so this one has drop shadow now. So you zoom in. This has drop shadow. It may not look really fine because of the way the color is, but let's go back to this one. And so I could just add drop shadow to this. Call this 10. Call this 8. Make this 3. And make this 10. All right, so I'm trying to add drop shadow to this, so you see the things. You have to be careful with your drop shadow. You have to be smart with it. So sometimes you add drop shadow and it doesn't seem like what you have a drop shadow. So you just have to know. It depends on how well you can use the drop shadow and how good you can use it. So you have to be very careful. I can add this now, not that I will do this. That's a drop shadow line. If I put it into a white frame, to be very clear, into any frame at all. Okay, it's not white, so it may not be clear. Let me take it into white frame. All right, so you can see better. So if you have a drop shadow now, if I hide it, you don't see the drop shadow. I show you the drop shadow. Hide it. There's no drop shadow. Something like that. All right. What else? Okay, somebody asked, must I rearrange it? Can I explain variants? Come on, there's a lot of things to explain. What's the function of the over button? All right, I'll show you the function of the over button. Let me just take this question another one. There's so many questions now. People want me to explain. I want to explain spacing again. I'm sorry. I want to really explain spacing. If you watch yesterday's video, I explained spacing yesterday. So I would not be, I explained spacing like 3 times yesterday. So I will not be explaining it again. So please watch yesterday's video. Then you can understand spacing from there. Then someone says, okay, I'm just going to go down. We have to pick a color, just one. Does that mean we're not going to? Yeah, you don't need secondary or tertiary. One color is fine. So one color is fine. One color is one color. Can't be 2 colors. So please, thank you. How can I disable a component? I'm really sorry. I don't think, me personally, I have not found a way to disable component. Or you can only detach. Once you, like, okay, I can detach this now. And if I create this as a component, I don't know, there's no way to go back. All right, so for this now, let me see, does anything, that's fine. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so this now is already a component. I don't think there's a way, I've never seen a way to think it. Yeah, there's no way to remove component, stop this from being a component. There's no way. You just maybe to create a new one, something like that. As that. Then is anyone still okay? Everybody is saying my audio now. I think that's probably, I'm going to speak louder, but that's probably like a that's probably a network issue. I'm sorry about that. All right, so what's the function of the over button? I'm going to show you that. Then alert and notification. I did alert and notification yesterday, miracle. I'm not going to do it today anymore. I did alert and notification. So please, Try to watch yesterday's video. I explained alert and notification yesterday. See, this was what I did. Even day for yesterday, I did the same thing. So please just try to watch yesterday's video. You would understand better for alerts and notifications. All right. So moving forward. Okay. So let me just say, Damilola, you have to pick one color. You pick one color. Blessing. I saw something today. I'm going to show you. What a blessing. I'm going to show you this now. I'm going to share my screen. Does it share? All right. So what I'm going to show you now is this. I'm going to show you. Okay, let me show you that. Let me show you from another place. All right, upload. All right. So this is Dribble. This is Dribble. Everybody uploads their, say, your Dribble shots, your designs on Dribble and everything. Now I'm going to try to add a design to Dribble. Now the point is to show you how the buttons work. So the person that is asking me what's the function of over button, Olamide, what's the function of over button? I'm going to explain it now. Then also, is editing a component possible? Maris, yes, it is possible. All right, so utter blessing and somebody also asked, but okay, blessing and Olamide Toby, I'm going to be showing you, I'm showing this for you. So it's just try to follow and understand. So say add an image, this add this image. I want to add this image to the to my Dribble shots and everything. And loading, right? Loading. So let me just let it load. So once it's done loading, then I'm going to just move on ahead. Impute. What's an impute? In the lot, actually. A lot. All right, so those the outline button after the secondary button in most cases. If not, what would be the use according to how you categorize it? All right, so well, we don't really have every website anymore. We don't really have websites, every website anymore. There are some websites back then in those days. You see a website will have maybe a blue button and an orange button. A blue button somewhere or an orange button and another place. I don't know, you might have come across those kind of might have come across those kind of say buttons on some websites, maybe some old websites. But new websites, they just go straight to the point, like they just go straight to the point, and they use more simple buttons. So just maybe one button, and then they use different say what I say, call it style now. Like they use main button, the primary button, the field button, and they use the outline button, and they use the third one, and they use the next one. That's what I'm trying to show you now. So that's what I'll be showing you. So this is this. I'm done. I'm going to call it the name. I'm just going to write Zenith to Zenith. So, all right. So then I'm going to continue. Then it's going to say, look at this place now. All right. So look at this place very well. Sorry. You don't have to eat popcorn. All right. So it's done. There is not now, and there's add description. Now you can't put two primary buttons, just like the add description. Now you can't put two of them side by side. So that is why there is this other one. So you know we have this kind of button in the buttons we have. So let me just try to share. I don't know if you let me see if my screen will show. No, my screen will show, but then let me see. My screen showing. Oh gosh. That's serious. All right. Oh, I guess nobody can see my screen anymore. Let me just reshare. Let me just reshare. I'm just going to share this too. Yep. And yep. All right. Share. All right. I'm sure everybody should be able to see my screen now. You can send line out to Auto Abdulaziz. You can set your line out to Auto. Depends on you and depends on what you're working on and what you're working with. You can set it to Auto. All right. So from the website I just loaded, I just opened now. We have this button, and this is the primary button. This is the ghost faded button. Anyone, it could actually even also be this one. So just on the website, I'm just going to show you the website back again now. All right, so see, not now. So if I'm not dragging for attention, you know that you want to add description. I don't want to add description. I click on not now. But they're not using two buttons of the same color. So there is a button, but then it's not really face button. That's the function of that other type of button. So you can either use this outline, you can use this one, you can use this one, you can use any other one, but you can't use two of these. You can't use two of this primary button. You can use outline, subtle, or text. So it depends on you. All right. So moving forward, I'm just going to click on not now. When I click on not now, now this is where I want to bring you to. So look down here. Look down here. Let me try to draw. All right. So if you look down here, you see close, you see save as draft, you see publish. You see these are different types of buttons that have been used here. These are three different types of buttons that have been used here. And you see, if I over on this one, if I over on this save as draft, it becomes darker. If I over on save as draft, it becomes darker. If I over on publish, it becomes lighter. The person is asking me for what do you use over for? What is the function of over? What is the importance of over? This is it. So you will know where your mouse is. Oh, this is the functional button. The button is working. And you can actually click on it. So also, you know, the button is working. If you can click on it. There are some places you get to the buttons are not working. So, see now, if I click on this one, it is showing me that like this option icon is not clickable. It's not clickable. It's not clickable. Why? Because it's not working. Sorry. All right, so it's not working. All right, so close also is there. So I can say close. I can click on continue again. Not now. It's going to bring it up again. Save as draft. This now. Anything I want. So that's just to explain to you how all of that functions, like how to use those buttons and why over is important and why you need these different button states and styles. What task, Diamond? What task exactly? What task are you talking about? Are we to include secondary or tertiary color in our task? What task? If it is a target task, the question says one color. Just generate styles for one color. So fine. All right. So some okay. So John Oluwalosheyi, over here now, you see this close. This is the tertiary button. The secondary button is this one. So outline is not always the secondary button. It could actually, it depends. It depends on the company, it depends on you that you're designing it. If it's outline you want to be your secondary button, you can use outline. If you don't want outline to be your secondary button, you may not use outline. So see here, this is their secondary button. It's preeminent over this. Because if we go back now and I say close, if we go back and we click on continue, the one that is being used here is this one without outline. When they had to use three buttons, an outline came in. So that means this actually has more preeminence over outline. This is more important than outline. So this is the first, this is the number one in terms of hierarchy. This is number two. Then that other one will be number three. So if you understand me, that's just it. So let me just clear this stuff once and for all. Clear all the drawings. All right, good, thank you. So not now. All right, so that's it. Let's go back to Figma now. All right, how do you don't create iconography styles? Just put your icons there. Just put your icons. You don't have to create the styles. Don't worry about your iconography styles. Just add different icons to your frame. That's it. Then I should explain input. I explained input when day before yesterday. This is just a lot. I explained the input. Yes, I explained input day before yesterday. That was when I created this. That was when I created this. I explained input. Before state, active state, first state. I explained input already. I explained different types of inputs. You could actually have it as this type. And you could actually have it as this also. I explained it. So it depends on you. Yes, you can arrange your colors the way I did mine. I can label it, yes. Something like this, you can do it as something like this. You can arrange your color like this and label it. So that should be fine. All right, so color point. Yeah, here again, how to add icon to workstation. Is it normally through community, plugin, or please just explain by word of mouth? This is a lot. Okay, so it's a lot actually. It's a lot. It's advanced. I don't know. I don't know if normal Figma for everybody, personal Figma can actually do it. I'm actually using normal. I'm using the I have the professional work access because of my educational account. So what you just do is, what I usually do is, I go to the community, I look for any icon I want. For icons, whatever. Oh, nice. What's this? I can treat it by Microsoft. I don't know what's up with. Maybe if it's an icon. Is it a plugin now? Yes, it's a plugin. So why is it showing us? I want icon. I can get from there. All right, so the icon I usually use is Microsoft icon, Fluent icon, because I really love Microsoft products and everything. And since they revamped the iconography, it has been awesome. And you can use material icon too. That's from you can use this any icon you want, but this is the way to go about it. So find the icon you want to use, click on it. When it opens up like this, when it opens up like this, and it loads, get the copy, duplicate it. Once you get the copy, it's going to load. So it's loading here already. It's going to take us to that screen now. So yeah, it's taking us to the screen now. So once it loads now, sorry, it doesn't take a little while before it comes up. All right, so these are all the icons, right? These are all the Microsoft icons. If I zoom in very well, you'll be able to see them well now. So these are all the icons, different icons. They even label them A, B, C, D. So it's very easy to find. So that's why I used to like them. So like very easy, as many icons as you want. Not like it has all the icons in the world, but it has most of everything I need. So, and I like the fact that all the icons have sizes. So all the icons are in sizes. So this is from size 16 to 20, 24. They have some could actually even have size 12. So it depends. See, this one is even a lot. So it's a lot. So what you now do is you click on asset. You click on asset, you go to this book icon here. Once you click on the book icon, what you do is you publish it. You publish the icon, the old file, you click on publish. So once you publish, it will bring up some a pop-up like this and everything. If they move to publish components, you have to create a team. You have to create a team. So once you create a team, then you can move it to team. If I move to team now, I don't know, I have it already, so I don't want to have to move it to a team anymore. Okay, but this is usually generally the process. If you move it to a team, and you then move it to this team. Move. So once I move it to a team, first of all, you have to have created a team. So what's happened? Okay, it has moved to a team. So once you move it to a team, you publish it. Once you click on publish, once you click on publish, it's going to load. I think my internet is slow now. But it's going to show you something here that will show you when it is loading and processing, something like that. Let me try it again and see. All right, so it just read up. I just closed. All right, so I click on publish. I've clicked on publish. So once clicking on publish is going to load. So once it loads, you would see it here. I'm going to show some things here. So I just closed it the other time, but when it shows up again, it's going to show. Let's just see. That's strange. That's not written. That's strange. All right, so this is what it's going to show. So it wants a 1,744 components. 174 components should not be published. Only members professional teams can publish components to a shared library. Upgrade team or join an existing team to use this feature. So, but then if you have maybe a professional team or you have the professional access and all the stuff, you can easily publish styles. Just show you all the styles, and you just click on publish and you publish the styles. So from there, you'll be able to use all those styles in your file, your component, to be able to search for them. See now, you can click on anyone, icon breeze. You can do a lot of things actually. Click on the ones you want, then publish them. So that's basically the way it works. So please just, I hope you understand. I hope this is helpful. All right, so let me just cancel. Yep. What's going on now? All right, that's it. Just close this. All right, good, great, thanks. Thank God. All right, so two colors, not a problem. Your blood is not flowing again. Please let your blood flow. I beg. Let your blood flow. All right. So someone says, how do I make icon big after copying? It's too small. Imagine you have an icon and you bring it in and you just bring one icon. When you bring an icon in and it's too small, what you do is you click on scale, or you can click on this place and click on scale and click on scale, press and hold shift down, then scale your icon. Simple. Or you may not have to click on scale, just press and hold shift down and then scale your icon. But you see, this is scaling without shift, without scale. Let me just show you again. Let me duplicate this so it will be easier to understand. All right, so I click on shift and I scale and I pull this. See what happens to it. I click on A and I pull this. See what happens to it. It looks like the original icon. This one, it has been changed. Something is different with it. So that is a problem. So that's a problem. So you need to focus on. I need to put in mind and work on that. All right. So moving forward. What else? Moving forward. I think I saw a question that caught my attention the other time. Eh? You didn't hear? What didn't you hear, Faith? That's serious. Can we set line height to auto? Yes, you can set line height to auto. Somebody said something about components. Can you? Yes, you can edit a component after you have created it. If you can't disable the component, yes, you can edit it. So what you just do is the components now. But if you are editing a component, just understand that whatever you do to the component would affect the others. If I make this rounded corners, it affects everything else, make everything else rounded corner. I can click an icon inside it. An icon inside it. Icon will be inside the other ones. So whatever you do to this happens to the other ones. That's what you have to understand. Then what else? What else? What else? So it depends on any questions. Let me see. Code sheets and still by dragging on the angle of it. Yes. Click key. Yes, thank you. All right. So, network was breaking. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right. Then let me see another question that I need to tackle. Yeah, I think I've answered most of the questions. So everyone, thanks for coming around. Thanks for being here. Our time is up already. Yeah. But thanks for being here, and we'll catch ourselves here tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm actually just walk you through some designs. Have you see how I design with maybe components I've made, components I've created, how I use them in my design. So we'll actually maybe walk through that tomorrow. But bye everyone. Wish you the best. Have a great day tomorrow, and wish you the best in your tasks too. So bye everyone. Deborah, why you anything wrong? All right, the browser's gone off. She's not replying anymore. All right, so goodbye, everyone. Good night. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Not same time. It's earlier tomorrow. But then, tomorrow we meet again and we trash out any questions you might have. So, library task. Read about it. Try to understand it. If you have any questions, please just ask tomorrow. So we'll try to go by it. All right, so ciao. Bye everyone. Bye. Great, bro. Hang in there. Don't worry. You'll get it. Bye everyone. Bye-bye.